When did they chop your ear up? Your ear is on. One of our problems is, for those of us who have power over people and have administered power over people and done things to people, we don't heal the victim. When you have wronged somebody, heal them. You heal the victim, you take away the case. So there are situations in your life where you have to write the check. You write the check. I tell the preachers who are inappropriate, I tell them, I say, listen, you're going to have to meet somebody either in the courthouse and the bank, or meet them at the bank and don't go to the courthouse. But you're going to meet them somewhere. We spend more time trying to justify behavior, lying around behavior, covering behavior, than healing the victim. You did them wrong. You did them wrong. I don't care who you talk to, you know that was wrong. And God is saying here, Jesus is saying, your adversary is anybody who is in opposition to you. And what he's saying is, if you're going to have litigation, it's better to settle out of court. Reconciliation out of court. Two people are happy. Why? Because if the judge passes the statement, somebody ain't going to be happy. But if two people sit down and work it out, this is why if Paul takes up from this, and Paul says that saints ought not to take saints to court. Why? Because you're going to judge angels. And taking somebody to court is either that somebody is lawless and you ain't got no choice. But if two people love God, they ought to be able to work it out. So what he's saying is, settle it out of court. Settle it out of court. He said, do it while you are on the way. Well, you know, I don't care what they say. I'm not going to. No. Find a way to settle it. Now, people online, and I tell, I might as well, I say it anyway. The fellas that got inappropriate behavior. And I want to tell you something real that we do so wrong. The man Peter chopped the man's ear off. I don't think they named the man in the scripture. But he chopped the man's ear off. And Jesus taught me something very quickly. And that is this. Jesus puts the man's ear back on. Before he dealt with the perpetrator, who was Peter. And I you know, Peter as you know, so quick to draw, and quick to talk, and quick to rebuke, and quick. Peter was just so active. I want to believe he was trying to cut his neck off. Jesus put his ear back on. Now, when he healed the victim has no more case. But both of you love God, but you don't love one another. It seemed like you could work that divorce out without going to court. Well, you know, I was with you all these years. I had an interesting situation once where I was at home and I got a call, two people in love and they trying to get married. And one person, I guess it was worth about 10 million or so. One person said, and this person's mother and father broke up, had terrible divorce. The person they were marrying, their mother and father was married for 50 years. So here's a situation that they're asking me to solve. Well, Bishop, all I'm saying is, I want a prenup because I got 10 million coming in here. And all I want is, if something goes wrong with this marriage, all I want is what I brought into the marriage. And whatever else we accumulate together, we can divide that. He's coming from a position where they had a breakup in his family. She's coming from a position where there is no breakup. And her position is, it'll be easier for him not to go through a difficult time if he can leave with his money. But if his money is up for grabs too, then he'll work it out. Well, she had a point. Because after all these years of me working, I ain't trying to be in no Motel 6. Over there in Motel 6, driving by my house every day, looking at my house, wondering who is going to be coming in there after I'm over at Motel 6. Put fun aside. My words to him was, if you're seriously in love with her, a prenup don't matter. But my words to her is, if you're seriously in love with him, a prenup don't matter. Now, for most women who will disagree and feel like a prenup is a bad thing, I only ask one question. If Oprah got married, should she have a prenup? Oh, thank you, but let's settle the whole conversation. You all just settle the whole thing. So, it's obvious then that you all don't think nothing's wrong with a prenup either way. The issue here is being able to be mature enough not to need somebody else to adjudicate a situation that you have. Because I'm going to tell you what will always keep you from reconciliation. That's pride, self-aggrandizement, egomaniacal behavior, selfishness. Anytime you come to a reconciliatory arrangement, it's because somebody gave up something for the reconciliation.